In the hertz of 432, I tune your human biofield. Mm. Hello, collective. It's me, Patience, your favorite psychic medium, host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about your non physical energy and how you are a non physical entity having a human experience. We are so pleased to be here with you, being of service to the collective, sharing our own ascension process. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? Hey, nobody. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for all the love that you show us. I truly am so supported by you, and we feel it. And we want to tell you how thankful we are to all our new subbies, to all the day ones, to all the ones in between. Oh, thank you so much. We are so excited to be able to share our uniqueness and our authenticity in this very unique way. And in doing so, we hope that by teaching you how we are learning how to read energy, that it prompts you to take action to understand that you are a non-physical entity having a human experience, and that by understanding energy you will understand your true form, because you are first and foremost energy, and you are secondary a human vessel. So in our own journey, we've documented all of that on TikTok. That was prompted by my very own spirit team. We do all of this development in real time. I'm a childhood psychic that was born this way. I repressed it up until 4 or 5 years ago. And we are learning how to develop our psychic gift, which we believe everyone is psychic. Every single person is psychic. Psychic is just a title we've given non physical energy or intuition, but everybody has had intuitive moments, moments where they knew something they didn't know they knew, or someone was coming to the door, or someone was going to call, things like that. However little they may be, they're still intuitive. And we are just a little more intuitive, just with a little bit of a thinner veil. So we believe that everyone in history has the ability to harness their non-physical energy to help them be master manifestors and co-creators of the universe, to help have experiences in a physical form, to enjoy physicality as a non-physical being who lives forever, that doesn't die. There's no such thing as death. We do talk to passed over loved ones and passed over humans. We get higher perspectives of linear views. That's what we do here. And so we're just so happy to be of service to the collective, to bring higher perspectives of linear views. We're here with another collective read. We've been getting so many exciting ones. It's been so fun. I love doing this. It's so much fun. I don't do this for money. I do this completely for self-development and to connect with you guys in this very unique, special way. And yeah, I'm trying to do a reading, one reading every weekday. I think that's because I feel like if I don't do them like energetically, I get like stagnant. And I'm not sure if, well, actually, I guess what I'm saying is that if I don't do the energy readings as a psychic, intuitive, spirit medium, if I don't honor that part of myself, it almost feels like blocked, like I get blocked. So it's actually very beneficial for me mentally, emotionally, and it's fun. So I just love doing it, and I love connecting with you guys in this unique way. So we're going to read the energy, and like always, energy is fluid. I cannot control what comes through, but what's been coming through lately has been so fun, and I'm so excited to see what comes through today, because I don't control what comes through. I don't choose what comes through. I I pray, I meditate, I put my protection on, I ask Holy Divine Spirit to be with me, 444 on the clock, to bring whatever message they feel fit to bring through. So I am so happy to be here. And yeah, energy's fluid. It could be past, present, or future. We've been going into the past lately. If you want to look at some past videos. The past like 5 or 6 videos have been very interesting. And disclaimer, I'm a psychic spirit medium learning in real time with my spirit guides how to develop my psychic gift, how to empower myself to be able to harness it and use it, kind of like I'm Jean Grey. And my spirit guides are like Professor X. Or just said positive. I'm like Jean Grey, except I'm not the dark phoenix. I'm just a regular phoenix. But we're learning, like we're in school, to how to harness it. So I hope that. Okay, sorry. I was gonna say I already said that, but what was I saying before? Oh yeah, disclaimer. Um, I can't prove anything that comes through. I can't prove. I don't have physical evidence. I'm just reading the energy through multiple different ways, and I cannot prove or disprove what's coming through. It's for entertainment purposes only. Okay, I gotta say that. So I love you so much. Thank you for all your love and support, all your donations, all your emails, validating the stories that come through. Very exciting stuff. So Spirit, I love you so much. Thank you for all of your blessings and your guidance. I am truly, truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. I am so happy I have everything I need and everything works out for me. So, what you got for me today, Spirit? These cards have been staring at me. I'm going to do it. This is, what game is this? I don't even know what game this is. But I got it at, I got this game. They look like this. They're some kind of game card, but I don't know what game it is. I got them at Savers, but they were sitting here just calling my name. Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Okay, let me get Rosie out. Let me get Rosie. Oh, this is Rosie, you guys. It's my crystal ball. So I was driving. I'm going to use the crystal ball to try to enhance this vision I got earlier. And when I say vision, it's just an intuitive thought block that's being transmitted to me through my spirit guides or through someone who's passed over that wants to relay a message. So I was driving and I got this vision in my mind's eye of a business meeting. And Rosie, please transmit to me any other visions with this vision I got. I don't know what else to call it. An intuitive story that was being played out in my mind's eye. And it was in a boardroom in a high-rise building in a city somewhere. I want to say LA. I don't know why I want to say LA, but it felt like LA. Like if I were to look out the window, I used to live in LA. I was actually born in California, and I remember LA feeling like it's very different vibe from New York. It's just a different vibe. So it just felt like the vibe of LA. I don't know for sure if it's LA, but I'm going to say that it is. And we're sitting in this boardroom, and I'm a Black American man, very tall. The number 7. The number 7. There were about 7 men. It could have been 5 to 7 men. I am looking through the eyes of a Black American tall man who's with what I'm going to assume is their son, who also is very tall. They're both very handsome. The father's maybe like my age, maybe like maybe like 41 or so. And the son is wait and see. Maybe like 20 or something. But they're wearing suits, but they look really funny in their suits because they're so tall. They don't look like they wear suits all the time, but they're in a boardroom with businessmen in a high rise. And they're sitting around a table and they're discussing some kind of deal or business transaction or something that has to do with money. And they're shaking hands. They're signing a document in red ink. And I think because it's red, I just want to say like it makes me think of blood. I don't think they're signing in blood, but I think what it's Spirit's trying to say is that whatever they're signing could be signing in blood, like a metaphor for some kind of contractual agreement that's going on between them. Okay? And it feels very ominous in there. Like, I know from being a high sensitive, intuitive, that I often feel emotions of other people that people don't feel on a normal basis. So so looking through the eyes of this Black American man, to me it's obvious that these businessmen don't have a good intention. To me it's obvious. But this person is celebrating with cigars, and their son has a cigar, and after they sign the deal they're like, ah, 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 yes, this is a great deal. Like it's like a horrible impression, but there's some kind of business transaction that has transpired that has to do with money of some kind, a contractual agreement, a celebration of sorts, sealing the deal, signing the deal. It has to do with this man's son, who's as tall as him. So that's what I was looking at earlier, and I wanted to make a point to bring it up because it felt important. Oh, this is so heavy. Because it felt important. Okay? So now that I said that, I'll get to the cards, okay? Oh, it's the necrometer. It's spirit.
Go away.
Spirit said go away because we don't, in our, what we're learning from doing, people who do divination and tell you the future of things, that is against God's will. Divination is not meant for predicting the future or for living that way by trying to find what the future holds. Divination is more of a tool to understand from a higher perspective things you don't understand energetically, emotionally. It's not for you to go into the future and then like, because really when what you're doing when you're doing that is you're picking one possibility out of so many future possibilities that have already happened in the energetic field, that when you choose one future that you think you want or that's beneficial for you now, you live in that future instead of living now. And then you'll do everything to make that expected outcome happen. And you'll live by that, by having that expectation. And Spirit says, Holy Divine Spirit says that's not what we're meant to do. We're not meant to know what's going to happen or what the future holds. We're just meant to know that there's many possibilities. So any psychics or people who do tarot cards or divination who are saying I can tell your future or I can predict your future or whatever, you need to stay away from them because that's not holy divine will. You're supposed to live in the moment and use divination as a tool to, and you're especially supposed to go to people who are high priestesses or people who are chosen, who have cleared their field to 144,000 hertz, who have healed a lot of their wounds, to be objective, to be able to not use their powers for bad, to not make money off of you. But if you go to someone who claims they can predict your future, you just should run immediately. Don't give them their money. That's a soul contract. As soon as you give them your money, 1414 on the clock to predict your future, now you have started a cycle where you expect a certain outcome, and as person grown, and what it does is it limits the many other ways that you could have other possibilities. So seeing in a timeline of abundance in the future is for everybody. Everybody has that possibility. But to pick one way into which it happens limits the amount of ways you can receive abundance. Because our small, feeble minds cannot comprehend the amount of ways magical ways that the universe, that God can send you abundance. But if we limit ourselves to something that someone said about our future, that's against God's will. So I don't do that. In short, I don't do that. Spirit says, eat nugs, skip through meadows, watch a sunset, and kiss. Yes, Spirit does say that. Spirit says, enjoy life now. Go look at the duckies on the pond. Go smell a flower. Go eat that yummy Chinese food that you love once a week. You know, not every day. Don't eat the whole thing. Have a little bit for later, to savor for later. Eat the piece of cheesecake in moderation, you know? Will Diana come back to me? Hey, Taji Gill, I don't know if Diana will come back to you, but writing it over and over in the chat ain't gonna make it happen. Or maybe it will, I don't know. Whatever's meant to be will be for you. Don't fight what's not meant to be, okay? Holy Divine Spirit, thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for you to be here with me. Tell us what you want us to know. Television. Television. Oh, maybe this will have to do with my vision. So I have spelling errors. There is something different concerning this piece of writing. No spelling errors, but there's definitely something missing. Something very common. Is it possible to tell? Writing, spelling errors. Didn't I say that I had a vision of them signing something? I had a vision of them signing something. I have something stuck in my tooth. Very obvious problems pose very obvious questions. You must look through the lines. Sequences will emerge. Letter A.
Manager.
Manager. You know what? Let me write that down. I feel like I should write that down. I feel like that's gonna come up again, and I just want to be able to remember that Spirit said that. Okay, manager. Huh. So something about this business transaction, Spirit is saying, whoever I'm speaking to saw various various obvious various obvious problems that posed obvious questions. This someone in this equation was starting to question their manager because they were starting to notice a sequence was beginning to emerge that was causing somebody in this equation to question something that was becoming obvious that was posing a problem. Some kind of error. And this says no spelling errors, but something in writing. Something that was hard for it would have been hard for anyone to tell looking at it, but if it kept happening, there was some kind of sequence that was emerging. Something a manager may have been doing, and Spirit said trail, T-R-A-L, T-R-A-I-L. So leaving a trail of pattern. Smell. Thank you, Spirit. Come through. They were leaving some kind of pattern that was making somebody in this equation question them. They could have been questioning their manager, who may have been part of this business transaction in this building. I don't know. Oh, let's see. Oh, I have at the top legal. Oh, naughty. Spirit said naughty, Knotty, and I have legal loophole. And on the back it says survivors are not buried. Survivors, and there's a plane here. A plane. A French-owned jet carrying 40 British tourists home from Sicily crash-landed on the border between northern Italy, Switzerland, and France. Legally speaking, where should any survivors have been buried? Survivors are not buried. Huh. A legal loophole. The sequence that was emerging with this contractual agreement was some kind of legal loophole that may have been a pattern for someone's manager. Confirmation with a light flick. Well, we're solving the riddle of energy. We're reading the energy to get whatever story Holy Divine Spirit is trying to tell us about some kind of injustice or something that needs to be brought to justice, usually, or something that we just need a higher perspective of that happens in the world. So there's some kind of manager or management team or someone of authority. This one, in my vision, it felt very businessy. It felt very like I don't want to use the word professional because the energy was really like shady. Spirit said seance. Let me look up the meaning of a seance because definition of a seance.
Here's the definition of seance. A meeting at which people attempt to make contact with the dead, especially through the agency of a medium.
Huh. An attempt to communicate with spirits. Session. It comes from the French word session. And we have on this card French. A French-owned jet carrying 40... Huh. French. There's something about an aircraft. Positive. Spirit just said positive. Oh shit, because I have an airplane on here. I have an airplane on here. Important. Spirit just said it's important. Okay, I have an aircraft on here. Now, look at the wings though on this. Look how they're gray. And one of them's broken. One of the wings is broken. It kind of reminds me of a helicopter. This aircraft may be a helicopter because on a helicopter, the spinny thing is different. And these wings are gray, like they're separated. Okay, well, Spirit's important and positive. So I'm going to put aircraft. I'm just writing down clues. Manager, aircraft, possible helicopter. Okay? I don't know why it's important, but Spirit said it's important, so I'm going to believe what Spirit says. And maybe it'll come up later. So there's some kind of weird, shady contractual agreement that has been made about uh, about a survivor, about burying someone. Door, about burying someone. And if we say that metaphorically, about look at how this person's buried in the ground with a flower on their head.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I am here. This was a contractual.
Chaser.
This was a contractual agreement to chase. Spirit just said chaser, to chase some kind of amount of money or notoriety or something by burying someone else. By burying someone else. Some kind of contractual agreement. The ink that I see on the contract is red. I'm not saying that it's blood, but it's like a metaphor for like written in blood, signed the dotted line with your blood, like a metaphor for like something nefarious, something that has to tear down another person in order to gain. Okay, this manager, this was a very obvious problem. Somebody found out about this or something. What the hell? Rivals. Look, family rivals. Rivals. Between rivals? And look, again, I have to look at the wings of this plane, how they're two different colors, and one of them is broken. And this card says family rivals. A remote mountain town is populated by two families, the Smiths, who always tell the truth, and the Jones, who always lie. You ask a woman which family she belongs to. And instead of answering directly, she says that a man over the road told her that he was a Jones. Is she a Smith or a Jones? She must be a Jones because a Jones, when asked, say that they were a Smith. Would, when asked, say that they're a Smith. Okay, let me write that down. So there's some kind of rivalry here. There may have been two families or two people or something like that that were rivals. And look at this mountain. It's gray.
Follow you.
Follow you. Look, it's gray just like the wings of this plane. I don't know why, but I'm going to say it for the data, and I don't know if it'll come up, but there's something about maybe like an aircraft crashing into a mountain or in the mountains, something like that. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to say aircraft crash in mountains, okay? Because I just feel that in my gut. So there's some kind of rivalry. There's some kind of contractual agreement to tear down, to bury another person who's a rival. This is a person who, this is a father and son who made some kind of business deal with a bunch of suits in a boardroom. They smoked cigars afterwards. They celebrated some kind of agreement, some contractual agreement written in blood to tear down or bury a rival. And the rival may have started questioning their manager, who may have been part of the other family. Because it says that a man over the road told her that he was a Jones. So this person's manager may have been in cahoots with their rival's family or something. Walk, thank you, Spirit. But the rival that they're burying was starting to find very obvious problems and posed very obvious questions, and was causing them to look between the lines, and they started noticing a sequence was emerging. Tell me about this sequence. What was the pattern or sequence that was emerging? It may have been, I don't know if it was a pattern behavior, or if it was an actual legal loophole like this says here, or some kind of error they did. Capricorn. I have soulmate Capricorn. I have soulmate Capricorn here. Let me read this. Oh my gosh, how funny. Listen to this. It says soulmate, okay? It says, Sue visits a clairvoyant. That's right. And asks about her future. Didn't I not talk about how you're not supposed to do that? You're not supposed to go to anyone and get them to talk about your future. That is against God's will. Because if everyone were to know their future, what fun would that be? Okay? Plus, there's so many infinite possibilities that you can't just choose one and expect that one to happen. Okay? Sue visits a clairvoyant and asks about her future. In particular, she'd like to know about her future love life, but the clairvoyant can only indicate the star sign of her great love. What is it? Question. Who? And then on the back it says Capricorn. The alphabet is written in two halves, the second half continuing under the first half. In the same direction, the great love in Sue's life will be a Capricorn. So, I'm a Capricorn. So it's interesting. And Spirit said seance earlier. This manager, I don't know if this rivals. Spirit, please clarify this Capricorn soulmate card. Please clarify. What is this Capricorn soulmate card? Father figure. Asked about his children, a man replied, "They are all redheads but two, all brunettes but two, and all blondes but two." How many children did he have? What?
Standard.
Standard. 3.
1950s.
What? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Okay. 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 I'm not I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at how spirit comes through. Okay? So, what I'm getting here is that this manager who pretended to be part of this rival's family was really in cahoots with their rival's family in some form or fashion. There could be children involved, but the manager was actually could have possibly been sleeping with this person they were trying to bury with their wife or something, or yeah, with their wife, who they thought was their soulmate. This person they're trying to bury could be a Capricorn. A Capricorn. So the Capricorn is the innocent bystander that was catching on to the pattern of his wife fooling around with his manager. This manager could also possibly be the father of one of his children.
Leave here.
Or this Capricorn could possibly have 3 children. Let me write that down. 3 children, and someone they thought was their soulmate was in cahoots with a rival person, like man or something, with a son. They could have possibly. This Capricorn was starting to see a sequence emerge. It says very obvious problems pose very obvious questions. They're asking questions. You must look between the lines. Sequences will emerge. They were starting to ask questions because they were starting to realize a pattern emerging with a rival, a manager, and the wife. Damn. They could possibly have 3 children, and 2 of the children could possibly, 1 to 2 of the children could possibly be children of this manager that their wife was cheating with. Damn. So, how do I find that
Wait
out?
and see.
So, Spirit, what I want to find out is why did it come to this man, this Black American man who's tall. This is part of my vision. And they're what I assume is their son or family member that's younger, signing some contract in a boardroom of businessmen, up to 5 to 7 businessmen, and then smoking cigars after and writing the contract with red ink. It has to do with some kind of rivalry, and the contract has to do with something about, because it says legal loophole, about burying this person. Burying this person. I don't know why that sounds so funny. Burying. Burying. And they could have possibly unalived this Capricorn man, this rival, in an aircraft on a mountain. I want to say helicopter really bad. Like, I think it doesn't have to be a helicopter. I mean, it could be another, it could be an airplane, but I don't know. It's giving me helicopter vibes, okay? Into a mountain, maybe to make it look like an accident or something, because they needed this person to be gone in order for this new person to come in to something. A legal loophole, some kind of legal loophole that includes like having to unalive this person so someone else could come in and take their place, kind of like situation. Okay. Spirit, what else? Okay, what else? Where do you want me to go? Okay, let me see. Spirit's telling me to use some word tiles. All right. Tell me more, Spirit. So let me see. What kind of questions can I ask? I'm so bad at asking questions. Let me see. Spirit, what was the business deal? Like, what what would they attain? What would they would do? Thank you. Look for pride. Okay, so I have fool, riot, around, dump, 10. Yeast, come, warrior, consume. Damn. Bulbous, ketchup, crack, erase, some kind of competition, rivalry, competition. It was a competition? Warriors. I have an S. I'll let you see in a second. Warriors. A competition, a rivalry competition between two warriors. Two large, I told you this, the Black American men I saw were really tall. Crusty, fuzzy, street crisis. Race ketchup. Alright, I'm gonna let you see in a second. Information. Alright. Let me get this nice for you guys to see it. Oh, I just had a light flicker. Alright. So let's see. Full riot, around, dump, yeast, come warriors, consume, bulbous crisis, crack, touch, large ketchup, crusty fuzzy street race. So there was some kind of competition between two warriors that were rivals, that were large. They were both large. They were big in the streets. They had some kind of street cred. But there was a crack. There was some kind of crack. Or some kind of like combative fight they got in, a riot. Something that, because they both had big heads. They're bulbous. They both have like large egos. They both have some kind of street credit or some confirmation with a light flicker. They were in some kind of competition with each other. They were always playing catch. Oh, whoever this is says they weren't competition for them. 0. So consume. I have yeast and consume. Yeast isn't yeast something that's used to like fluff like bread or to activate bread? It can also be bacteria. A bacteria consumed a dump. And Spirit said information dump. Spirit said information, pride, dump, yeast, dump bacteria. So there was, okay. Spirit is saying that this Capricorn was a fool because he started to question a sequence of events that were emerging that kept happening like a pattern because his manager was in cahoots with his wife and his rival. There were two warriors. Both of them have families. Challenger. Thank you, Spirit. This Challenger, he brought some kind of questioning to his rival, who they're both warriors of something. I don't know what. They both have egos, though. They both have pride. They both have bulbous heads. Okay, big heads. This one of these people, one the Capricorn's rival though wanted to consume him, but this person, this Capricorn is calling this person a yeast, like a bacteria, because they were trying to activate some kind of
Data
crisis.
sound.
Thank you, Spirit. They were trying to activate some kind of crisis
Pause.
in their life, and they were trying to crack their foundation. But because this person, this Capricorn, that was too large, they couldn't touch them. They were always playing catch up with them. And they didn't want to dry up and be crusty and be forgotten about, fuzzy, because on the street. So it was always a race against each other because they were in constant competition. So they wanted to knock out his rival. Wow. How can I find out what this rivalry is? Like what is the context? Like what do they do? Like I don't even know how I'd find that out. You know what? Maybe the Apple cards. These have a lot of pop culture in them, so maybe. Can you explain what or who Spirit is? Well, I can explain what we believe it is. To us, Spirit is a word that we use, a title that encapsulates like many different
The
energies.
number 8.
Spirit said the number 8. So Spirit for us includes angels, spirit guides, ancestors, loved ones, beings of love and light, God, Jesus, ascended masters, all of that stuff. It's like an all-encompassing one-stop shop word for all of that energy. So I'm trying to find out who this rivalry is. Ninjas, pumping iron. I told you there's some kind of warriors, like they were tall, like maybe basketball? Maybe they play basketball because scenic, sexy, taking a bath, ninjas, bottled water. How much are you willing to pay for something you can get for free? When a great weight needs to be lifted. Bathing facilities have been found in excavations in India. Soap on a rope. Hasn't. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles need not apply. Scenic and sexy, picturesque, dramatic, panoramic, arousing, appealing, seductive. So, what time is it? Taking a bath, bathing facilities, soap on a rope. If these are basketball players,
Thanksgivers.
Thanksgivers,
Go back.
if these are basketball players or like sports people, because it says warriors and rivals, and this says bathing facilities for ninjas. Ninjas are, it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles need not apply. Ninja Turtles are freaks of nature. They're like specimens of nature that are obviously they're like strong and they're smart. They're like like athletes. They're like athletes. And I have pumping iron. What do athletes do when a great weight needs to be lifted? Athletes are also sexy, arousing, appealing, seductive, picturesque, dramatic, and bottled water. They constantly are being given water. I think these are athletes. And I think specifically because of their height, they're basketball players. Doesn't the locker room, like in basketball, like I always see them taking interviews in the locker room, and they're always to get like in one place. Bathe in a bathing facility, it says. Wait a second. Spirit, please continue giving us the clues to solve this mystery. So there's I'm here. There are two warriors here that are both rivals of each other. They each have a family. There's something about them being on the same team, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. They pump iron together, they take baths together in a bathing facility, they drink water together. That sounds like a sports, like an athlete, like athletes, okay? That's what it sounds like to me. Okay? They were in competition with each other. My mind, it's a terrible thing to waste. The Academy Awards, Woodstock, Cosmic. The statue known as Oscar weighs only 8.5 pounds, so why does it carry so much weight? The Academy Awards, that's in LA. I told you didn't I say the business meeting was in a building in LA? The Academy Awards is in LA. Woodstock, Love, Music, and Mud Festival attended by 400,000. What is a don't basketball games get attended by thousands of people? This is too cosmic. Limitless, planetary, far out. My mind, it's a terrible thing to waste. One of these rivals was not afraid to speak their mind. They started seeing a very obvious problem that started to become a pattern, and it was emerging, and they started to question it. This other rival wanted to get them out of the way. They wanted limitless planetary control over whatever. Maybe they were on the same team or something, or maybe because it also says they have huge egos, huge bulbous heads, and they were in constant competition with each other. It was always a race, but this Capricorn was always going to be larger than this other person, and they didn't want to be forgotten compared to this Capricorn. What if I look up basketball players who are Capricorns? So I'm gonna look that up in a second. So this rival took it upon themselves to go to higher ups, to some kind of board of directors, to make a deal that they signed in blood with their son that would bury their rival, like literally bury him. And they may have, Spirit said this was important when I said helicopter. Something about being in a helicopter and it crashing into a mountain, because I have a mountain here. Spirit just said 6 spirits. And I have 3 people here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me write that down. Spirit just said 6 spirits, and on this card I have 3, so that's 9. 9 people. Maybe 9 people in a helicopter or something? because they wanted cosmic limitless potential. They wanted to be, they're very dramatic. They won the Academy Award. This could have happened in LA. I have the Academy Awards here. Is Woodstock in LA? Let me see. Was Woodstock in LA? Oh, that was in New York. Okay. Not in Los Angeles. All right. Well, New York is still a city, so I don't know. But this says 400,000 people. Sporting events usually have thousands of people who attend it. All right, let me look this up. Basketball players who are Capricorns. Let me see. It doesn't have any like direct. Is LeBron a Capricorn? Oh my God, LeBron James is a Capricorn.
Female. Died in fire.
Died in fire. LeBron James is a Capricorn. Isn't LeBron James on Kobe Bryant? Kobe Bryant is a Virgo with his moon in Capricorn. Kobe Bryant. Oh my God, I think I'm talking to Kobe Bryant. Oh my God. What? How did Kobe Bryant die? How did Kobe Bryant die?
According to KCRA, on January 26, 2020, basketball star Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 others died in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California.
Larry.
Oh shit! I just want to say disclaimer, I cannot prove any of these events have happened. Oh my God. I cannot, this is for entertainment purposes only. I cannot prove that this is what happened between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. Okay, I just want to say that. Oh my gosh, and right on top of here I have bro and friend. Dude, bro, and friend. Dude, bro, friend. And trillion. Storm down. Banish. This was supposed to be his friend, but they were in a silent competition. This Capricorn, I thought the Capricorn cold. I thought the Capricorn was the innocent rival, but this is the friend that felt like they were in competition with this person. They signed some kind of contract for money. They wanted to be the only one. Because imagine 2 superstars on one team. You can't pay them both, but one is possibly has seniority or is bigger than you are or has more street cred than you or something like that. So they wanted to get rid of this person to get rid of the competition. So they made some kind of agreement. Tell me about this helicopter crash. Tell me about the helicopter crash, please. Swiss cheese. Guess it comes from holy cows. a school cafeteria food fight. Melodramatic. I have dramatic here and melodramatic. Sensational. This was some kind of melodrama that was immature. A school cafeteria that it was immature. Forest fires. This in spirit said I died in a fire. Forest fire. I have a mountain right here.
positive,
Positive. Oh my gosh, Kobe Bryant, I'm so sorry. Microsoft, a leading American software company. We'd say more, but we don't want to monopolize your time. Yeah, because
12,
having two superstars in one team was a monopoly. It would be too expensive. How much you'd have to pay them both a lot of money to be on one team. Wow, that's messed up. That's upsetting. Oh, we don't want to pay you. We don't want to pay you, but you're old news. We want the new school, so we'll just get rid of you. Is basically what's happening here. Wow. And then it says his 7 others and his 13-year-old daughter. That's horrid. That's horrible. Fake. Fake. Because the rival is a fake person. Is deceptive. They're deceptive. It says it right here. Deceptive. They're part of some kind of conspiracy to get rid of competition. Combination.
1 o'clock,
This is the third. I have fake, Broadway, melodramatic, Academy Award. Someone was timeless and someone was fake, an actor, an immature person that is insecure about where they stand in life. So they have to cut down competition in order to solidify their own, whatever this is, their own ego. So they set it up. This person's death in a helicopter was a setup. Filthy. Filthy, dirty, rotten scoundrels. By unclean, immoral people that just didn't want to pay. Like Dr. Seuss in reverse. Dr. Seuss in reverse. So just Hollywood. I cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. Jerry Springer, just some drama because of controversial drama between two warrior rivals that both had pride and ego, that were always in competition with each other. This person was operating out of their fear. They're like, well, let me cut down someone else too, with a legal loophole to solidify my own path and my son's path. So what do? They set something up with this person's daughter. I don't know in what capacity. Maybe some kind of event they were going to, because I have Broadway, Academy Awards, confirmation with a light flick. They must have, oh, we'll give you free tickets to go here with your daughter, or something like that to get them on the helicopter. But the helicopter was rigged the whole time to go down. Tell me about the helicopter. A bad haircut. Yeah, it was always gonna be a bad ride. Skiing in reverse. Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy. Yeah, it was always gonna be, that was the whole plan from the get-go. Birds of a feather flock together. Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Thank you so much for coming through, for giving us a higher perspective of your human experience. If this is you, I am so sorry that that's how it had to end for you, but at least you made the mark you did. Clearly you were a threat, because these people wouldn't have gone to this level of insanity to solidify, to be so filthy. To be filthy rich, to be filthy in their energy, knowing that this person was timeless, that they'll never die, they're timeless, they're going to be around. Oh, I also have fake with
6 hours.
Broadway, melodramatic, the Academy Awards. Whoever this rival is a faker, a pretender. They're not who they say they are. That's too bad. Well, I love you so much, Collective. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.